Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. My wife was breaking my balls,
Who cares?
Nothing. Be My Baby is my favorite song.
I don't like Mike Love at all.
I don't like Mike Love at
That's right.
Well, the Beatles were probably my favorite group. I really like them a lot.
Yeah.
Well, the Phil Spector Christmas album probably was the greatest album. I think Randy Miller's album Sail Away was a milestone in recording history. I think that Sgt. Pepper was an unbelievably great album.
I like having fun. I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can make me laugh. I like having fun. Yes, I like to laugh. I like having fun to meet people who laugh.
Hello?
You're hungry, aren't you?
Are we here? Is this happening?
Yeah, we're live. We're live on the air, Neil.
Boy. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. This is Office Hours Live. And, of course, Tim Heidecker's not here today. He's in Fiji, actually. Did he tell you guys that he was in Fiji?
I don't know. I didn't know about that.
I have an inside source at CBS who told me that Tim is actually a contestant on the new season of Survivor, and he's on an island in Fiji competing. And it's a 26-day show, so if he's back next week, you know he was voted off the island. If I'm here next week, you know he's doing pretty well. So keep an eye on that, and congratulations in advance, Tim, if you advance to the final two.
Good luck.
Final three? I don't know how the show works.
This is regular Survivor, not Celebrity Survivor?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's somewhere in between. But anyway, he's not supposed to say anything about it. And of course, if he wins, that would violate, they have a sort of a non-disclosure agreement. He's not even supposed to say he's on. But I found out about it, and I didn't sign any agreement. So that's the scoop for this morning. We've got a wonderful show. Wonderful. As my mentor Lawrence Welk used to say, because we have the wonderful Dr. Demento in the house.
Woo! Wind up your radio!
That is a real feather in our cap to have you here. Thank you very much, Doctor, for making the trip out here. And later we've got a musical guest and ensemble, actually the largest group to have performed in this room since Blood, Sweat, and Tears did back in 1970. Dengue Fever is here, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have all these sound effects. Why aren't we hearing applause?
Well, I was waiting to I have my horn lined up because I wanted to say good horning.
So one thing I wanted to mention, it's been in the news. This is actually national news. This was the biggest story of the last week, is that in international headlines, Dave Grohl was cooking barbecue for people again, and every time he does, somehow this ends up as the top story. He was cooking barbecue for the homeless on Super Bowl Sunday. The thing is, I actually have some associates who are street winos who got some of his barbecue, and they said it wasn't very good. They said he should just get some food from Subway or something, because the barbecue sauce is sour. Bad ingredients. I don't know if what he's using, the tomatoes have gone bad. Maybe he's getting old tomato sauce to make or bad bourbon sometimes can ruin a barbecue sauce if you use the store brand.
I like food.
Anyway, we've got Dr. Demento here. Woo! And I got a lot of questions, and these guys have some questions too. And then, of course, we've got questions from our, what they used to call callers, now they call Zoomers, which is, I don't like it.
Quest on.
But they're Zoomers, and we've got questions. We want to get into that. I got a question for you right now. We decided that in honor of the FCC restrictions that you were under when you started your radio show back in the early 1970s, of course, a lot of the wonderful songs that you would play, these novelty and just outright bizarre songs, there are plenty of them that did have some obscenities and things that had to be bleeped out, or the songs just couldn't be played.
Oh, yes.
So in respect to that, we're going to keep it clean ourselves today on the show, which is not the usual.
Oh, I thought this is our chance to finally swear.
Well, I mean, that makes more sense, doesn't it? But no, I'm keeping it clean, which I don't usually do. But I realize we're not under FCC control. What was the saltiest song that you ever played on your radio program?
The saltiest song.
The saltiest, which is a G-rated version of saying the filthiest.
Oh, well, shaving cream was the most famous one.
That's pretty salty.
Yes.
Although you only have a couple letters are missing. The last couple of letters being removed from the punchline.
Yes.
Does bring it down to the PG level,
Yes. Yeah.
I would say.
Yes. Yeah, it's a suggestive song. The rhyme scheme leads you to believe that certain words are going to be said, which are never actually sung.
And I like that. That's kind of like the whole world of people in bathing suits versus some of the hardcore pornography that
Right.
these guys are into. You
Right,
know?
yeah. So it's audio bathing suits, yes.
This is a fidget spinner, by the way, if you guys haven't seen one. I got a question for you. 1975.
Yes.
You were a guest on the Lily Tomlin TV special with Richard Dreyfuss and Benji the dog.
Yes.
Two questions that I can't find the show anywhere. Seems to have been lost to posterity. What did you do on the show? And then question 2, did you meet Benji the dog?
Yes, I met Benji.
Wow. Did you get a paw print?
No.
What was the show? What exactly happened on that show?
Well, we sang a couple of songs.
Okay.
Lily and I.
Really?
Yes.
Not shaving cream.
No.
What songs? Do you remember?
It was something from Gilbert and Sullivan, I think.
Wow. Okay. Somebody out there find this tape so that I may see it and contact me at a P.O. box that to be disclosed later.
Yes.
You don't still have the old address in Culver City, do you?
No.
I love the sound of your voice.
We moved to Lakewood.
Lakewood. Well,
Yeah.
that's also prestigious.
Yes.
But there was something about the way that you said Culver City that always stuck with me as a
Said
child.
it many times.
Many times. What do you think you've said more, Weird Al Yankovic or Culver City?
Oh, Weird Al.
Weird Al.
Yeah.
Probably the most played act on
by
the
far.
show.
By
Of course,
far.
you discovered
I
Weird Al.
discovered him, yes.
Was he as kind and sweet of a person as a teenager as he is today?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
Yes. He's always been that way.
And what did you think of the film? The recent
Oh,
biopic.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was weird.
The guy that
I
played
didn't
you?
like the ending, especially because he dies at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, it was great.
Oh, how weird is
that
that?
was sad. That was sad. How did you like the guy who played you?
Oh, fine. Yeah, Rainn Wilson.
Did you talk to him ahead of time and tell him what not to do?
No, I did not.
No, really?
My manager did.
Okay. We've actually got some Zoomers with some questions, maybe better questions than I have.
Could I ask a question?
Vic's got a question. Vic is a big fan.
Yeah,
of
because
course.
you connected Weird Al to John Bermuda Schwartz, right?
Yes.
They were separate fans,
Yes.
right? And then they kind of came together on your show.
Yeah. Yeah, they both happened to be booked the same night to be guests on my live radio show on KMET, Los Angeles.
Is that the same night that they recorded My Bologna?
No.
Not the very first night?
No.
Okay.
No, My Bologna actually came first. But that was the night that they did Another One Rides the Bus.
I'm sorry, Another One Rides the Bus.
Yes.
That's what I meant. Whoops. That's right. Okay, and he had the suitcase and everything for that.
Yes.
That's cool. Very cool. Big moment.
Yeah, that was the suitcase that Al carries his accordion.
Right.
And since there were no drums in the studio, he banged on the accordion case.
The coolest.
In perfect time, of course.
Right.
Are you still discovering new artists?
Oh, yeah. In fact, there's a group called the Wolves of Glendale.
Ooh. I've heard about them.
Real big
actually.
now on my show.
Are they from Glendale or are they from a different Glendale?
They're from Glendale.
This Glendale?
This Glendale.
Oh.
Gotta get him
well,
on the
I'm
show.
looking to be discovered, so I kind of want to get discovered. So maybe later in the show I could play you some novelty songs I made.
Yeah, he wrote some just to try to appeal to you. Wrote some songs. We'll see how they are.
We'll get to those a little later, but
if you want to listen,
I have a couple demos. I could. This is my big shot. So
here's my question: is in Lakewood, if I were to go to the Goodwill or the Salvation Army there, would I find hundreds of unfunny novelty records that people have sent you that you had trucked out of your studio and dropped off there?
No, I still have most of them.
Most of them, but I
Yes.
want to know about the ones that just really stunk it up. Do you keep them anyway?
No.
No, okay. So that's the thrift store we need to go to later today, guys.
Of course, now most of them come as MP3s now.
Oh,
man.
That's not as fun, is it? How many records do you think you have?
Oh, it's well into 5 figures. It was into 6 figures.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened? You got rid of the Peter Frampton and Foghat records?
Some of them, yeah.
Wow. Are the floorboards cracking or is it sinking?
My garage, my former garage where I keep my records, is on a concrete slab.
Okay.
Learned my lesson from the previous house.
It sunk.
Yes.
It sunk.
It did.
How did you go about convincing your wife that it was okay to have records everywhere? Because I'm working on that now. I'm trying to figure that out.
Well, I had a great many records when I first met her. So if she was going to like me, she was going to like the records
All
too.
right. I like it.
I'll let my wife do it. She doesn't work.
You want to talk? You want to take a
I have a question before we get into that.
Yeah.
You've got the beard that's part of your trademark look.
Yes.
And you also have played the song Shaving Cream so many times on the show, I figure you've worn out copies of the record. So which have you purchased or acquired more of in the last 50 years? Cans of shaving cream or copies of the record Shaving Cream?
Copies of the records.
Okay.
I've never used shaving cream in my life.
All right.
How did you go about finding Benny Bell? Because you had him perform on one of your anniversary shows.
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew about him from the records that he made, going back to the mid-1930s when he began recording. So I had a lot of his records. But when I got on the air in New York City, where Benny was living, somebody in New York put us together.
Okay.
Who is smoking here?
What's with all these guys that you've sort of made into celebrities, minor celebrities or novelty music celebrities? I'm assuming some of them haven't been able to make a living strictly on these songs.
Oh, yeah.
What is the oddest day job, the strangest day job that one of these Dr. Demento celebrities has?
I don't really know.
They don't tell you?
Most of the time.
Right.
I mean, there's several school teachers. There's a lawyer or two. There's a couple of doctors, a dentist.
No grave diggers?
Not that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that you...
Was that a grave digging sound?
I hope that you realize that I love to suck eggs from my head down to my legs.
All right.
That was one of them.
Do you know the name of this artist?
I can't hear it. Oh, that's the Pipkins.
Very good. There we go. What was the deal with them? Do you know much about the Pipkins?
Oh, it was a bunch of British cats who performed under various different names.
Okay. Yeah. Tony, was it Tony? Who was his name? I have to look it up. But he's the guy that sang "Give Me That Ding." Recorded a bunch of hits. I'll look it up for you right now. Yeah. So I'll get to that.
This is the most inside baseball.
I know.
Esoteric conversation we've ever had.
There's a lot of Pipkins fans out there. So.
Maybe we should go to one of these Zoomers.
Yes.
Let's see what they have to say if their questions are.
It's another deep cut kind
proper
of question,
quality.
but I find it interesting. Brian Benelli, an old friend of ours, with a wonderful mustache.
Hi. Yeah, this is a question for Dr. Demento. I know you were a friend of the legendary guitar player John Fahey.
Oh yeah.
And you even produced one of my favorite albums by him. I was just curious, how did you meet Mr. Fahey, and how did you come about producing him?
Well, when I was in college, I heard a couple of his albums, and then we somehow wound up both going to grad school at UCLA, and that's when I got to know John. We each got a master's degree in folk music studies.
That's a good question.
Yes.
Thanks,
and
Brian.
we wound up living, by pure chance, we wound up living next door to each other in Venice, California. So we got to know each other considerably better then.
Did you live in Venice in the 60s?
Yes.
Did you know like Jim Morrison or any of those other Venice types back then?
Not personally, but I certainly was aware of them.
You might have seen him stumbling down the street.
I might have,
drunk in
yeah.
a stupor. Reason to stay
I
indoors.
think he lived more on the beach side of Venice. I lived a little bit on the inland side.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Thanks,
well, thank
Brian.
you, Brian.
Great question. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, real quick, "Give Me That Ding" was sung by Tony Burrows, who also sang, right? "Love Grows Where My Rosemary Grows," "Beach Baby," "My Baby Loves Lovin'."
Yeah.
Next question.
So, I'm curious about that guy, because he's like, every song he puts out is under a different band, big band or whatever.
So he's nuts.
He's crazy. Made a lot of hits, though.
What else we got from our Zooming people?
These guys are
Oh yeah,
slobs who
there's
don't.
a full house today. Tiare, do you have a question for the doctor? Am I saying that right? You have to unmute from your side.
Tiari?
Sorry,
There you go.
sorry. Hello. I'm sorry. So my question is for Dr. Demento and Neil, if you want to answer it.
No.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite Sparks record? And did you ever meet the Sweeties?
The who?
The Sweeties.
No.
They had this like, aw. What's your favorite Sparks record?
Oh.
Here you go, my sweetie.
I draw a blank. I know I like Sparks, but they.
And you had them on had them on your show, right?
Yeah, a long time ago. Yes.
Oh.
Most of their music is kind of borderline dementia.
I love Sparks. They're brilliant.
Yeah,
Like,
they did
there's
one called
something
they
for
did
everybody.
a song called Minnie Mouse, didn't they?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse too.
Yeah.
Aren't they on like SNL? Like Ron did like a whole thing about like mice with Danny DeVito.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
They worked.
what's your
They
favorite
worked
Sparks
blue with
record,
Dick
Neil?
Around too.
Oh man.
I like introducing Sparks. That's a good
That one's
one.
good. That one's great. That one's the punk response record. That was great.
This show has generally been anti-Sparks, but we're going to change that.
Oh, yeah. Well, Matt
Yeah,
took us to
I
see
thought Tim would
Sparks.
like
We won't
Sparks.
talk
I
about
thought
that.
Tim would like Sparks.
Oh,
Well,
he
your
does.
bet would lose.
And I don't. I went in with an open mind, and then we were like, all right, let's go after three.
Yeah, they lost the gang with balls.
But yeah, that's what it was. Balls.
Balls was the
Balls took me
the
out
bridge
of it.
too far for these.
They're great. They're a lot of fun.
Well, there've always been acts through the history of music that did a few really funny songs, and then others that were still great but not as funny.
I always like that they're
Like
very
Neil
cheerful,
Hamburger.
but their lyrics are like incredibly dark.
Yes.
Contrast. I always like that about them. I have a wrong button.
I'm more of a fish heads guy.
Fish heads, yes. That's
Did you
my
ever have the
number one
Residents on your
all-time most
show?
requested song.
Fish heads is the number one all-time requested song. Huh?
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Barnes and Barnes.
Yeah.
Now, interesting fact I learned researching this episode was one of the guys who made that song is Will Robinson from Lost in Space.
Yeah, Bill Mooney.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Bill Mooney.
All right, next
He's
stump the
around.
doctor.
I
Next
see him
one.
around town.
You're not going
He's
to
here.
stump the doctor.
We'll get him in here.
Yeah,
If Tim's still on Survivor Island, let's get Billy Mooney in.
Yeah, the other half of Barnes and Barnes, Robert Hamer, passed away last year, but Bill Mooney is still very much with us.
Good.
Great to hear.
All right, thanks, Tiari.
I got a question. Who do you think is the better vocalist? Telly Savalas or Leonard Nimoy?
Mr. Nimoy.
Nimoy.
Yeah.
Quick answer.
Neither of them would probably be on my list of top singers of all time if they hadn't been associated with other things that are within the realm of dementia.
Fair enough. I know you played both of them.
Yes.
Of course, Telly Savalas actually had a chart hit
Yeah,
in
he was
Australia.
kind of a one-hit wonder.
One-hit wonder musically, but
Musically,
acting-wise,
yes.
hit after hit after hit, if
Yes.
you've ever seen
Sure.
Kojak or some of those Twilight Zone episodes. We love Telly here. Vic shaved his head on Telly's birthday last year. Okay, let's hear from another Zoomer. We've got
All right.
some trivia questions, too. I
yeah.
don't know when we want to line those things up.
Yeah, and the city of the day. We got to get
City
to
of the
that.
Day. Oh,
What-
my
you want to
God.
take? Let's take a phone caller on the hotline.
Phone call,
Godhead
okay.
hotline.
We have both video calls and phone calls on this show, Dr. Demento. So, 210, you're live on the air. 210.
Caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You're on the air. Don't waste our time.
Hey. Sorry about that. So here's my question for you, or my pet peeve at concerts. I was wondering if you feel the same way. You get stage direction from the guy, the singer. Put your hands up. Everybody stand up. How do you feel when someone's telling you, mandating what you do at a show that you paid good money for?
I don't especially like it, though it's part of getting the crowd involved. I accept it.
I say when they tell me to put my hands up, I have them arrested for they're trying to rob me. They're trying to rob me.
I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, I have them arrested.
Yes.
What about you, Neil?
It's going to be on a case-by-case basis. If it's a singer such as Tom Jones asks me to do that, I will do it. But if it's one of these slovenly, modern type of bands, I'm probably just going to walk out the door. That wasn't nice. I might walk out the door here if we get that going on. Wow. Well, that's an interesting question. I know we can do better.
That happened. I was at a show recently that happened. I did not like that. I'm like, guess I got to do this now.
Do another hotline.
And then people do it for like 10 seconds, and they're like, okay, is that enough? They stop.
Can we do check
Thanks,
another
210.
hotliner? Matt?
Sure. Seth. Seth, you're on the hotline. You got to give him some space, guys.
Come here, baby.
Seth.
Seth?
I like when people
Hello?
tell me to put my feet in
Hello?
the air, and
Hello?
everyone does a handstand
Seth?
at the
Hey,
gymnastics
this is
concert.
Seth.
Yes,
Seth
Seth.
here. Hey, everybody. It's nice to be here. Hey, Dr. Demento. I never thought that I'd talk to you on the phone. This is bizarre.
All right.
I'm working right now, so I can't watch. So I
It's
can't
a little
watch the
bizarre for
stream.
me too, Seth.
Are you working in a mine, Seth? What is?
No, I'm. I'm on top of a mountain in a boom lift, applying like weather stripping to a house.
Okay, what's the question?
Yeah. Well, okay. So since Dr. Demento is here, I did have some other stuff that I wanted to ask. I've had prying questions for Doug and Vic. But since the doctor is here and everything,
What's your question?
My question. Okay, I want to know everybody's favorite deep cut Weird Al song.
Deep cut Weird Al song.
Weird Al.
Oh, mine is
Yeah,
Taco
deep
Grande. Easy.
Oh wow, I think Melanie might be my favorite. Melanie,
That's a yeah.
why won't you go out with me?
I love the tragic ending.
Yes,
there, too.
exactly.
Yeah, I like One More Minute.
Oh, that's an amazing
good
one.
one, too.
Yes.
What is
that's
the
a good
song
one,
you've played the most of his on the show?
Oh, Eat It, I suppose, because it was his first really big hit.
I saw when I was a child, saw you guys in Arizona.
Oh,
it was the touring Dr. Demento show. It was
Yes.
1981 or something like that, and Weird Al was there, and
yes.
you were there, and it was wonderful. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a great night.
Yeah, that was a big night for Al, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it seemed very early
Yes.
in his career.
right.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Seth. Good question.
It was still billed as Dr. Demento plus Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, special.
The
guest.
billing got reversed later.
And would you consider Alan Alda regular Al?
Would I what?
Would you consider Alan Alda a regular Al?
As opposed to a Weird Al.
No.
I guess so. Sure.
Okay. Any other callers, or should we do City of the Day?
I'm ready for City of the Day.
City
Are
of
you
the
ready,
Day?
Neil?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on to your hat, Dr. Demento. This is going to be fun stuff.
City of the day. City of the day. Ain't much more to say. Let's all play. City of the day.
Can you scroll down to read the ad there, Neil?
Yeah, I suppose I should.
City of the Day is sponsored by...
Well, sponsored today by Grandma Glen's Great Grapes. These are homemade grapes. Grandma Glen runs a tight ship, no dust or mites in her rugs. So why should she lower her standards when it comes to feeding her grandchildren fruit? Store-bought grapes grow on vines outside, and dirt and dust can settle on the grapes, not to mention manure and smog residue. Grandma Glen developed a recipe for homemade grapes, and now she is making them for the whole world. No need to worry about the Onycoccus oni, a bacteria found in deadly vine-grown grapes. Grandma Glen's homemade grapes are made with just 3 ingredients: powder, water, and homemade grape skins. And we're sorry, Mr. Kroger, these grapes are mail order only.
And I have a little jingle that.
Grapes, homemade and always fresh. 100% bacteria free.
Beautiful.
Nice. Did you play that for Grandma Glen?
She hired me to produce that song.
She's doing homemade peaches next, I hear.
Michael, can you share with Neil the city of the day?
Hi, yeah, city of the day, Lincoln, Nebraska, y'all.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's great.
Oh, there's.
Are you born and raised in Lincoln?
I am.
And what do you do there?
I'm a photographer, and I work at Whole Foods.
Why should I move to Lincoln, Nebraska?
Because it's cheap. You can live here.
That's actually
and,
good description.
There's houses.
Is it cheaper than Omaha?
Yeah. Omaha's nice, though, too.
Which one is Henry Fonda from?
I think Omaha, maybe?
Correct. We're going to send you a case of Grandma Glenn's great grapes and a test each. If they're not perfected yet, but she'll put one in the box for you. Let us know how you like it.
I love Granny grapes. Send them my way.
Okay.
Well, maybe now's the time I could demo some of my novelty songs.
Dr. Doug here is
Thanks,
a
Michael.
budding songwriter, musician, and he rose to the occasion to create some new songs that wanted to get your approval.
Oh, sure.
For if you don't like them, that's fine. Most people don't, but I
figure
have,
since you're here, this is my shot.
This is his shot. So there's three of them.
There's three of them.
Which
Yeah,
is
these
first?
are just demos. These are shorter versions. So if any of these you think have a chance of being good, I could make longer versions, for the show. But this first one's called Snot-Nosed Brat. Let's check it out.
I'm a snot-nosed brat. I'll slam the door. I'll do what I want and smear peanut butter on the floor. And I will chew my gum and stick out my tongue. If you tell me no, I will have a temper tantrum. Can't tell me what to do. You smell like poo. Better give me all the toys I want or I'll bring a gun to school. I'm a snot-nosed brat. A snot-nosed brat, baby. A snot-nosed brat. Eat my boogers. A snot-nosed brat.
Wow. Look at that. Wow.
That's Snot-Nosed Brat. You want to hear
That's his first
Yeah,
one.
I'd like to hear the full-length version sometime.
Oh,
see that?
wow.
See that?
Okay. This one's called Crabs at Vaughn's. Or it's called I Got Crabs at Vaughn's. This was a title somebody suggested to me. I won't play this whole one. It's too long.
Play the whole one.
I got crabs at Vaughn's, but now my apples. I got crabs at Vaughn's, now my apples. I got crabs at Vaughn's, now my apples. I got crabs at Vaughn's.
So it goes on and on. That's pretty much it.
I wonder if Vaughn's has good lawyers. That might be libelous.
Well,
Unless you
they
could
sell
actually
crab. They
prove.
sell crab there, so it's a double entendre, perhaps.
Yes. Yeah.
That kind of sounded like Sparks, actually.
Maybe I'll sell it to them. Okay, the final one is called Pete the Hiccuping Freak.
At school was a boy named Pete. He was tall and smart and neat.
He was extra fun to play with and had dimples in his cheek.
But when the teacher asked him a question, he got nervous and couldn't speak.
All he could do was
Like a geeked out, freaked out,
tweaked out, nervous.
total hiccuping freak. And he sounded like this.
And he sounded like this.
That's the demo of that one.
Wow. Should he
I mean, my
finish it?
dream is to have a one-hit wonder song and be on the charts, though. I don't know if these have what it takes to be on the charts, but
I think the first one has definitely possibilities.
oh, it's not Nose Brat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Finish it up.
I'll finish the first one up.
Yes.
And maybe the B-side could be. I'll make a new one for
the third one.
The third one. Okay. Crabs at Vaughn's doesn't have what it takes. That'll be.
Maybe that's the C side.
I'm really into the hiccups one. I was reading about Charles Osborne. He had hiccups for 68 years.
Wait, what?
He did. It just there's nothing. Charles Osborne from 1922 to 90. He
Who's
had
Charles
hiccups.
Osborne?
Just a guy.
Ozzy's dad?
Yeah, just a guy that had hiccups for a long time.
Where were you reading this?
I just found it online. I was reading about hiccups, and that was the world record for longest amount of hiccups.
You know, Michael Jackson had hiccups. He's always going in his songs.
It's not really worth it to get that plaque saying that you have that world's record, is it?
You don't want to be reminded of it.
We've got also some trivia questions, which I feel it's very likely you will know the answer, but these guys won't. And
well, I don't normally deal in trivia because it's trivial. I prefer to deal in monumental things.
Well, then you might want to plug your ears because this stuff's pretty darn. Notice I said darn. Trivial. But here we go. Of course, Fish Heads being the preeminent hit of your radio show for many, many decades. My question to these guys, perhaps you know this already, is which country invented the dish fish head curry? We've got 4 choices. A, Finland. B, Pakistan. C, Singapore. Or D, Iceland. Don't look it up, Vic.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not playing. I think Matt's playing.
Are we playing too?
I already know the answer.
You guys are playing, yeah.
Oh, I don't know the answer.
Oh, I do know the answer, so I was getting
Fish
my
head
drop
curry.
Sorry about that.
Can I have the countries again?
Yeah, the countries are Finland, Pakistan, Singapore, and Iceland.
I'm going to say it's one of those northern ones, probably Finland or Iceland. Let's go Finn.
Finland?
But would you put the correct one as the first one?
Well, that's not how trivia works.
I'm going to go with it. I'm sticking with it.
You can't have a trivia contest and refuse to have the first.
Because they eat that stinky fish that makes people barf.
Right. The Finns do like.
Now
their
I feel
fish.
like I'm wrong.
You want to bring in a Zoomer to help?
Yeah, let's see what those guys
I think you'll
say.
get
But
a
they,
kick
they,
out of this
They
one.
might be looking.
Yeah,
it
let's
up.
bring a Zoomer in.
Duck, you want to help everybody out here?
Oh, I guess Finland too.
Finland. Okay, 2 for Finland.
Well, now I want to change my answer to just hedge my bets.
Oh my!
I think the doctor will
No,
get
the
a kick out of
duck.
this.
Duck is here.
Huh? Oh my gosh! I can never tell when I'm on. That's the hard thing about this. But hello, Dr. Demento.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, strange-looking bird.
This is our old friend Duck.
That's a compliment, and I appreciate you and your love for weirdness. And I drew you, actually. Well,
Whoa.
there.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Look
Well,
at that.
That's me. It's recognizably me.
Yeah, I like it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like you've entered my world now, and I hope you like it.
I like it.
So
what is my finger on there?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you should press that button.
What do we do with that?
It's a tape player. Oh my God. Do you get sent tapes anymore?
Once in a while, I still get a tape.
What?
Is he pitching his own novelty songs here?
Really?
Is that what's going on? I don't know, Duck.
What happened to the fish head curry question,
Wait,
Duck?
Duck. Before
We're
we
going to
get to
have
the question,
duck head curry if you don't.
Are you? What are the songs on the tape player there?
What are the songs?
Yes.
I made them.
Oh, you made your own novelty songs too.
Yeah.
It's demo
Yeah, I love the hiss of tape.
Uh-huh.
Do you miss the hiss of tape, Dr. Demento?
No.
Do you like the hiss of snakes? Do you like the hiss of a crowd booing?
Well, depends on
no.
what they're booing.
All right, let's. Maybe we should get to your answer.
Yeah,
I do
you
I do kind of want to hear
on
these
the
demos
show
now.
under false pretenses, Mr. Duck.
Yeah.
We need an answer.
You
to
could have
this.
just called and said, "Hey, I have some."
Oh my God, I wasn't paying attention for a second. What did I miss? Is it
Which
trivia?
country invented the dish fish head curry? And did you hear our options?
Singapore.
All right, that's a good guess.
You know what? I'm gonna change. I think since it's curry, they don't have curry in Finland or Iceland.
They have curry everywhere.
I don't know. Okay, so
We have 2 Finlands, a Singapore.
Can I switch mine to Pakistan?
Oh, switch. So 1 Pakistan,
Yeah.
2 Finlands, and a Singapore.
All right, let's get to the answer. It's Singapore. It's Singapore. They invented it, and they're still serving it today.
What?
Go to a Singaporean restaurant and try it for yourself if you want. All right, next question.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
You can't believe that?
He said it.
I can't believe I got it right.
Duck said it.
Duck, go away.
That was pathetic.
You want a new
I don't have
player for the next round, Neil?
Yeah,
Thanks for
it's no. We'll keep this duck. It's interesting. I like
Oh,
ducks.
nice to meet you, Neil. Thanks. I can't tell when I'm on. It's I don't have a visual monitor, so can't tell when I'm. When people see me, I can't tell.
You're better than this.
You are on the air, Doug.
Next question.
Next question.
Thank you.
There is a database that documents every song you've ever played on every episode of your radio show. It is
yes.
an invaluable database.
Yeah, it's called the DMDB, Demented Music Database.
DB.org, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Everybody needs to visit this database and look and see what's been played. One question I have, maybe you'll know the answer, maybe not. These guys definitely won't. According to the DMDB, which of these artists has never been played on the Dr. Demento show? Never. We've got 4 choices. A, Gary Glitter. B, Judy Garland. C, Black Flag. D, AC/DC. E, Weird Al Yankovic. Who has never been played on the show?
I'm gonna say, it's probably one that you would least expect. Like, you would probably think Judy Garland wouldn't be on the show, but maybe she was, you know. And Black Flag, why would they be on? Well, they had that song TV Party. Maybe something like that was on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Glitter.
Gary Glitter. Vic.
I'm going Glitter. All the way Glitter.
Doctor.
I guess it was Glitter, too.
Well, you've got inside information.
Duck.
Glitter.
Yeah, it was Gary Glitter. Never played on the show and certainly won't be played now with some of the legal issues that he's been involved with.
What's your favorite Gary Glitter album, Neil?
I don't like any of them. I would say the one that where somebody taped over it was something that I liked. Okay. We have another trivia question regarding the song Shaving Cream. Of course, the doctor will know the answer to this very, very well, but these guys might or might not, or maybe this duck might not know either. In the song Shaving Cream, what does the old lady die from? Now, here's your choices. A, by a bus she was hit. B, a terrible fit. C, by a rat she was bit. Or D, read her obit.
I just listened to this song like 4 times in the last few days, but I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Well, then you
It's
should
just like
know,
an extra verse that's not in the.
Can I call? Can I get a call Call help.
Oh, you got a lifeline.
Lifeline. Do you know which one it was?
No.
Damn it.
You used your lifeline.
I'm going rat. A rat. She was bit.
I'm going with bus. I'm going bus.
I'm gonna go obit. Why not?
Yeah.
Just for fun.
I can play it if you guys want to.
Yeah, play it.
All right, here we go. I isolated the voice too, so it's kind of cool.
The whole song? Or do you have the answer?
And now, folks, my story is ended. I think it is time I should quit. If any of you feel offended, stick your head in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean.
Wait, was that it?
That's the wrong verse.
Not the right section.
I believe it's in the first verse.
Sorry. Okay, let's try that again.
Oops.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings.
Not that
a
verse
bit.
either.
Last night when I walked a friend,
Oh my God.
her antics are queer, I'll admit. Each time I say, darling, I love you,
Try again.
she tells me our baby fell out of the window. You think that her head would
No,
be
it's
split.
the old lady we're looking for.
An old lady died
There we go.
of that
There we
tongue.
go.
Here we go.
She died from a terrible fit.
Ah, there it is.
Damn.
Wait, none of us got it
Terrible
right.
fit. No rats, no bus.
Darn.
Movie fan.
Just a fit.
1, 2, 3.
All
No
right.
points. No points awarded.
No points. And we got one last trivia question for these guys. Of course, you will know this one. Who wrote and recorded the Dr. Demento radio show classic Plexiglass Toilet? Was it A, Nervous Norvis, B, Weird Al Yankovic, C, Ogden Edsel, or D, Styx?
Well,
here it is.
Oh, Vic is cheating.
I had this one. I said I needed it.
Vic can't answer this.
I can't
one.
answer.
Somebody has to answer it. Let's go to a caller. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say, could that be Dennis DeYoung singing? Maybe. That seems
was
like
that?
it seems like a trick question, and it's probably Styx.
You're always going for the trick questions. What happened to a
Okay,
world where
nervous
people
noises.
just
I'll go
ask a
nervous
question
noises. Nervous
and it's just a
noises.
straight ahead answer?
Nervous noises.
What was the Og name?
Ogden Edsel.
Ogden Edsel.
I'll just throw that one out there. Ogden Edson.
What's the correct answer,
We
sir?
made a record in 72, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 81, 83.
The answer?
It sticks.
It's Styx.
See, you know what?
They've been trying to live it down
If
ever
you would have
since.
just let me go with my gut.
Dang it.
Second guess it.
Yeah. That
Well,
was
I think
one of their
we've-
best songs.
We probably have time for maybe one more call.
Oh,
for
and I
Dr.
wanted
Demento.
to show this to the crowd.
Oh,
this
there
is
you
the
go.
Dr. Demento covered in punk.
Yes.
Now, this is a triple album of songs by a lot of wonderful artists, everybody from William Shatner to Los Straitjackets, doing versions of songs that were heard on your show or in a punk style.
Wait,
in many
Shatner did a punk
cases.
song?
Yeah, Shatner did Garbage Man. And I guess with Shatner, is it a punk style? It's hard to say.
Oh, more or less.
Missing Persons. We've got
Yes.
the Dead Milkmen, the Vandals, Osaka Popstar, the Misfits, Weird Al Yankovic. They're all on this record. You got to get this record if you don't have it already. Coveredinpunk.com or dementedpunk.com or
Demented Punk.
drdemento.com.
Yes.
And of course, there's a
They'll all
second
get
volume. There's a second volume
Yes.
coming.
Yes.
Sometime this year, we hope.
Yes.
Featuring a lot of great artists. We can't give the names here, but I could be one of them. I don't know. and that's coming later this year.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to get you to sign my copy.
DementedPunk.com.
Yes, dementedpunk.com. Covered in punk.
Yes.
Doctor, could I ask you? You always played clean records on the air. I was wondering, what is the best solution you found to actually clean records? Like do you use some rubbing alcohol mixture?
Not alcohol.
Not alcohol. Is that bad for the record?
Certain records it will damage.
What do you normally use?
Just Dawn.
Oh, Dawn. Okay.
Yeah.
And some warm water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That's a great question because most of my stuff comes from thrift stores and it's a mess. You know what I mean? So. I wanted to ask how many Pennsylvania Dutch records do you have? Do you have anything like this? Any comedy records like Professor Schnitzel?
I have one Professor Schnitzel.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Would you like this one?
Sure.
Okay. There we go. I'll give that to you then.
Thank you.
There we go.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, there's I think like 4 Professor Schnitzels out there, all
very
different
nice
colors.
typesetting on the back cover too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
no,
you're
I don't
welcome.
have this one. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the doctor
From
does
Lancaster
need to.
County, Pennsylvania.
Yes, that's around. I'm from right around that area. Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, I know.
Two more.
I know it's
2 more.
Two more from
okay.
Vic.
Okay.
2 questions from Vic Berger.
Let's see. I was going to ask why you thought maybe there weren't more big success stories like Weird Al, and how was he able to cut through other than other people that were doing similar things, and why was he kind of propped up?
Well, he's a genius for one thing, and also he's never been afraid of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes ahead and does his thing.
That's great.
That's a lesson we all can learn from.
Yes, exactly. Fear.
And he's just very brilliant.
Yeah. Because he actually he graduated high school very young. He was like 15 or 16. I believe.
He was a year. He skipped a year.
Okay, and one other question. Always like the early Weird Al stuff, and also on your show you'd have musical Mike Kiefer.
Yes.
And he was like, as a kid, he was sitting at the counter, and I think it was Eat It, I believe. Or maybe I Love Rocky Road, I think it is. And ever since I saw that, it was a huge moment for me, realizing, that's some dude, some guy with his hands. But then he disappeared 1984, 85 kind of from the scene, I believe.
Oh, he's still very much with us.
Is he? Oh, good.
Yeah. I saw him just last weekend.
Oh, great,
Wow.
great. Okay. Because I was trying to find him online, and there's not a whole lot, to learn about him. So I was just... wondering where he is. So
Well, he prefers to just let his accomplishments stand on their own.
Okay. All right. Well, tell him I said thank you for all
I
his work.
will.
Thanks.
Yes.
Okay.
So get your boners ready.
Oh, come on, man.
The clean show, folks.
No. Well, as I was
clean
saying,
show.
the doctor does need to get back to do his own show, so we do need to let him.
Where can people listen to your show now that the whole radio world has collapsed?
DrDemento.com.
DrDemento.com.
Yes.
Everybody go and have a listen. You will be very pleased.
DrDemento.com.
Got it. Put that on the screen. Can we do that? Do we have that?
Oh, yes.
If we can get a talking duck, we can certainly put this web address on the screen.
We can definitely do that. Check it out, drdemento.com.
That's Dr. Demento.
Yes.
Oh,
Doctor's in.
Where's the .com?
That is not to be ignored,
Well, it's small up top.
Yeah.
You try to zoom in.
Let's hear it.
They get it.
I see. All right, man.
Is there a certain type of record, a label, or something that you've collected and you collected them, and then at the end of it, you're like, why did I do that? Why did I collect all those?
No, I want a little of everything.
Okay.
And a lot of some things.
Okay.
Can I ask one question real quick? What is your favorite band or musical artist that's not a novelty act?
Great question.
Oh.
Or anything off, anything, maybe not the number one, but any favorite that you might like.
Oh,
Gary Glitter?
John Fahey.
Oh. Well, there you have it.
As discussed on Office Hours.
Yeah,
And,
wow.
And Robert Johnson, the blues singer.
was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's.
And Charlie Poole, got to have a good old hillbilly singer in there.
Oh, nice. Oh, love that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and who are tuning in, we're going to take a quick break. We've got Dengue Fever. They have to set up. We've got this giant band coming in, the biggest band in the history of music is coming into this little room, and it's happening in how many minutes?
Well,
Matt?
do you want to take? We can take a Zoom and chat while they change over, if that's okay
let's
with you.
do that.
Yeah, because then we'll do the break after they.
So why don't we have the control room come on in and help us with that changeover, and let's talk to. Thank you, Dr. Demento.
Thank you, Dr. Demento.
Yes.
Everybody, this has been
Thank you, Doctor.
a dream to get you on this show. Thanks for making the trip out from Lakewood. Oh, of course.
Oh,
This is Captain Matt here.
Bobby, I think you had sounded like maybe a bone to pick. Is that what's going on?
Hey, yeah, it's kind of a hothead Zoom.
Bobby.
All right, Bobby.
Bobby's
what
on
do you got?
Zoom.
Can you get your finger right on the shut Bobby down button in case
I'm
we
ready.
don't
I
like
can
what he
mute it.
says? Because I'm thinking we
Well,
won't.
Neil, no, you're not the complaint. The show was great. I saw you in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Okay, but there was I loved your Mike Love material. There was a weird character at the merch booth. I was waiting in line to buy your merch because I wanted to get your album. There's this weird movie freak. He was talking to me about
Thank you, Doctor.
this Digby, the biggest dog. I don't know. He was just kind of harassing people about weird movies.
Okay.
Was he part of Neil's
I don't know.
entourage, or was he just a guy that?
I don't
you
think
just
so. The show was great. I like Major Entertainer. I love Neil's work. It was just he was guarding the.
Well,
the booth,
we
the,
can't
merch booth.
control who buys a ticket to the show and who stands around and what
Well,
they
I was
talk
thinking
about.
it's like
We
a
have no
matter
control
of
over
security.
that. It probably
Well,
was. We've had people thrown out. We actually had a young woman arrested at the merch booth recently because she said that she had bought a CD and that it didn't work. That she put it in the player and nothing played. She was very adamant that the CD didn't work. I felt that it was her player that didn't work.
These guys are
We were
slobs.
squabbling about it, and eventually the police were called, and she was taken away. And I believe she's still in jail because she was unable to come up with the bail because her family doesn't like her. So that does happen. I don't know anything about what you're talking about in Brooklyn. That was a long time ago. But we've had people of all stripes, all walks of life at our merch booth, and which is one of the reasons that I've had to stop appearing at the merch booth, and we've had a hologram that's been standing in for me, as well as local vendors. So thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, he looked a little bit like you, so I thought maybe you could have recognized him a little bit.
You're
but
barking up the wrong tree.
yeah, just maybe next
You're barking
time
up the wrong
calling the police on that guy.
Play some barking sounds. This Bobby's barking up the wrong tree.
Sorry about that. Love the show otherwise. Just maybe up the security.
Is that barking?
This is barking.
That's somebody throwing up into a toilet. That's not barking.
Other than that, the album's great though.
All right. Well, I'm glad, Bobby, that we managed to entertain you. Although it seems that what you remembered more was some chance encounter at the merch booth than the actual performance, and that's too bad. Okay, as these guys set up, let's take a call from somebody who isn't stuck on one tiny thing that they really should have moved on from. Can we get somebody else on the line?
Yeah, who let the dogs out? Billy and Jake. I think they had a more. Did you have a more reasonable, respectful question for Neil?
Billy,
I mean, these guys are undermining you.
Billy and Jake.
Sorry, we're at work, so we gotta be kind of quiet. Great show today.
Right, he's got to be quiet. What was your question, sir?
So, Neil, the first time I saw you was like 10, 12 years ago. You were playing here in Seattle with Tim, and I think like Todd Barry, and you came out and you go, first thing you said was, Ladies and gentlemen, Steven Tyler has died. And this was before we had phones and everything. And I remember the crowd just being totally shocked. And we're like, what? This was my first introduction. But it was brilliant. It was beautiful. I've been a fan ever since. I guess my question is, are you coming to Tim Fest in a few weeks?
Yes, Doug and myself and Vic, the whole gang, and Matt, we're all going to be there. And of course, this is your chance to come to the merch booth and end up immortalized in an anecdote like the one that the last guy told. But yes, we'll be there. Steven Tyler, as it turns out, I was given bad information that night.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't die. I was given bad information the night after that, and the night after that, and he's still alive. So hopefully that doesn't hold. You talk about novelty songs like what Dr. Demento plays, but I think Steven Tyler is the true novelty in that he's awful, but the songs live on. And so does he, so that's too bad. Anyway, see you at Tim Fest. It's coming right. Is it Tim Fest sold out? I think it might be.
Oh, yeah, it's sold out very quickly, so...
So if you didn't get tickets, don't bother coming to Portland, because you won't get in.
We're going to have very tight security. There won't be any incidents.
And one other just comment, Doug, looking forward to the last Pound House. See you coming out and enjoying those.
When does that happen? When's the final episode ever?
We're going to show the final episode tomorrow night at Cine Lounge in Hollywood. Unfortunately, it's sold out.
But this isn't it, though. You're going to keep going.
It might be it. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I would never
now
say,
they're quiet when they're talking.
Unfortunately, it's sold out. You say, fortunately, it's sold out.
Good point. Yeah, good point. Well, it looks like
was
band's
a
all set
special
up.
guy.
Band is all set up. The sound is all happening. You guys feeling good?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to bring to our stage today, the great Dengue Fever.
Ora noร้องกามวยได้โอนจูนปอกำร้องกามวยได้โอนจูนปองสมปรารถนาสนองนิយាយគ្នាសិនណាបើមិនប៉ែតៃស្រដីមកចោះងើអូរណោ មានមេកុំខ្វល់អ្វីព្រោះអូននៅក្មេងមិនដឹងអីព្រោះតែសំដីលោកស្នេហ៍នឹងបងថ្ងៃនេះអូនស្គាល់ចិត្តរៀមរាបងមកប្រកាសស្នេហ៍មិនពិតបងបានប្រកាសថាមិនពិតកាប់ពិតធ្វើឲ្យអូនលុបបងព្រោះតែសំដីជាស្នេហ៍នឹងបងថ្ងៃនេះអូនស្គាល់ចិត្តរៀបរាបងមកប្រកាសតែមិនពិតបងមកប្រកាសស្នេហ៍មិនពិតកាប់ពិតធ្វើឲ្យអូនលំបងព្រោះចិត្តក៏ព្រោះស្រឡាញ់បងជឿចាប់ក៏ព្រោះតែលំបងជឿចាប់ក៏ព្រោះស្នេហ៍បងជឿចាប់ក៏ព្រោះតែលំបង
Fantastic. Well, folks, if you're watching live, stick around. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Is that right, Matt?
Correct.
Is that what we're doing here?
Correct.
We'll be back with some more music. Goodbye for now. Don't forget.
Back in history, before time began, all the real cool cats had a solid plan. When they dug a nervous chick, they all to a man went. Ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba. You wanna be cool, man? Go ape. Young Mighty Joe swinging through the trees was the king of everything that roosted in the leaves. But when he saw a girl ape a-hanging in the breeze, he went, ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba. You like to be hip, boy? Go ape. Big Dinosaur was a long, tall lizard. He'd drift through the jungle like a slow blizzard. But when he got a double-ticket lady lizard, he'd... Ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba. You wanna be sharp, cat? Go ape. A pterodactyl was a flying fool. I thought I'd break in and tell you what a pterodactyl was. Well, it was sort of a stork-looking bat with sharp teeth that cruised around looking for... Say, we haven't changed a bit, have we, cats? A pterodactyl was a flying fool, just a breeze-flapping daddy of the old school. But a mama-dactyl could sure make him drool. Ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba. Don't be a square, Joe, go ape. Now old Papa Tiger was the boss of the Nile, just a sport model cat with a solid style. He was old King Cool till the girl tiger smiled. Ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba. Bezorch, daddy-o, go ape. Adam was the first boy in the land, a big Mellaroony daddy with an iron hand. But when little Eva said, hi, man, ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba, ape call, doodly-abba. Don't be a cube rube, go ape. So remember to ape call today.
Stop or I'll shoot! It's the Frankenstein monster!
Holy smoke, land sakes alive!
This is Westbrook Van Eastbrook Jr. Frankenstein has returned. Mr. President, how do you feel about this situation?
Woe is me, I should have stayed in bed.
The most fearless gunfighter in the West is riding in to stop the monster. It's Sheriff Tom Dooley.
Beep, 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 beep. And his horn went beep, beep, beep.
Sheriff Dooley, you're the only one who can save us from the monster.
Oh, you sweet thing.
These two great gunmen are about to face each other. Frankenstein has one last word to Tom Dooley.
Oh boy, you're bound to die.
They've drawn their guns. As the smoke clears, only one man is emerging from the battle. It's Frankenstein. He's coming this way. This is Westbrook Van Eastbrook Jr. signing off.
live in an old shack by the sea and breathe the sweet salt air, to live with the dawn and the dusk, the new moon and the full moon, the tides, the wind and the rain, to surf and comb the beach and gather seashells and driftwood and know the thrill of loneliness and lose all sense of time and be free. To hike over the island to the village.
We're live.
And visit the
on
market.
audio, not video yet. Oh, we're live on video.
Enjoy the music and the food and the people. Do a little trading and see the great ships come and go.
We're live on the internet, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Hamburger.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Dengue Fever's here. They have a new album, and it's called Ting Mong. And you got to get it. You got to own it. You got to add this to your collection if you haven't already. And it also, I've found that their records are good gifts because they're just such good records. You give it to somebody and they don't like it, well, that person's out of your life then with a fat lip because these are all good records. We're going to hear another song. Is this off the new record? This next song?
Negative.
Okay.
The last song was off the new record. That last song was called Touch Me Not.
Okay.
Like the flower, you know, that shrivels up when you try to touch it.
I have a whole garden full of those.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
And this next song is called Uku, and it's off of one of our other albums.
Dengue Fever.
นละอองเตรเคลียนแสนช่ายแสนช่ายโอ้
Very nice. What is the song about? That's my question.
This song is talk about missing home, like when you go away so long for work in the town, so missing family and like countryside. So she's happy and she's missing.
Sorry.
Corn. So when you're writing the words, do you write all the words, or do these guys help and then they translate it, or what is the process here?
They wrote the music first, and then I wrote the lyrics. So much in working on together. It's sometimes English, like one word is Khmer, like 3 of them. So we work together, make sure mix them together.
It's a little bit the other way around, though.
Yeah.
It's more like you write something in Khmer, and then it's like, or wait, no, when you take it from English and you do it into Khmer, it's like really long and way too many syllables.
Right.
So we have to like really cut away at like a lot of the words that we would have normally used in the lyrics. And so it kind of whittles it down to its own little special poem.
What? And could you slip something in that it says something disparaging, something bad about these guys into the lyrics, and they wouldn't know?
I don't think so. They can know. And also, I understand. The fans will understand more than those guys. These guys, yeah. I'm not gonna say bad about them.
Thank you. What does Ting Mong? What does that mean?
Ting Mong is about Zach. You want to talk?
Ting Mong is it's like a sculpture that they kind of put like a scarecrow in Cambodia. They put it in front of houses to ward off plagues and evil spirits. So they'll decorate it with like whatever they have lying around, and sometimes they'll have like AK-47s around their breast, and it just keeps them safe.
Yeah, it's a scarecrow for humans instead of creatures.
Yes.
Is this one? No.
That's our version of a Ting Mong.
Okay. So you guys get to tour. I'm stuck playing places like Fresno, Stockton. You guys get to play in Cambodia. That's got what is that scene like? What are the shows like there? Bigger shows or small?
It's
like
beautiful.
Here, like this room.
Some of them are really huge. Like we've played out in the street there's like people as far as you could see. You know, there'd just be like crowds and mopeds and scooters and people just like a mile away. But then we've also played Fresno, though.
Oh, okay.
Strummers. Yeah, we played Strummers last time.
How was that?
Everyone complains. I love going to Fresno. People are outrageous, out of control.
Because his wife's from there.
Can I ask a question that maybe you've been asked before, but the band name is named after a disease, and I think he wants to answer it. I guess that's.
I just thought it would be a good.
He
chaos
wants some drops.
moment.
He wants some drops.
Oh,
you know, that would have been a good chaos moment.
Yeah.
When I first went to Cambodia, my friend I was traveling with got dengue fever, and that was when I was kind of discovering some of this music for the first time, hearing these old Cambodian tunes, and that's how dengue fever came.
I'm glad they got that instead of diarrhea, because that would have been a horrible band name.
I think you probably had that too.
Isn't there a band called like Diarrhea Party or something?
Diarrhea Planet, right?
That was a question for Dr. Demento.
Every time we go to Cambodia, one of us goes down. One time I'm playing the show. We're playing this outdoor festival, and I look over and I see this moped going, and I was like, that looks a lot like our horn player in the back of that moped, and I'm like on stage playing, and I look over and there's no horn player on stage.
Two songs from the end. 2 songs from the end of the show.
Wait, with the diarrhea or with the dengue?
No, with the diarrhea.
Oh, okay.
So was there a trail of diarrhea on the road behind the moped?
Fortunately not. Fortunately not. Yeah.
Wow. So if you'd called the band Floral Arrangement, we'd be having a nicer interview now.
Just a human being.
Possibly.
And I go to the bathroom like everybody else.
When you guys are on tour in the United States, what's the preferred? Are there squabbles about where to stop for lunch? What is the preferred cuisine?
I'm very sure they all love Asian food. Every time we see Asians, Asian, we wrote Asian. We all stop, but the most we do Panda Express.
I don't.
I mean, you know, if there's a good looking like mom and pop like burrito place that's next door to the gas station where you're filling up, we'll go give it a shot. But we don't like prefer that.
But this is the original lineup, right?
Yeah. It's been.
That's why you guys stay together, because if you get the McDonald's person in the group, and then you've got the person that wants Thai food, then there's the squabbles all day long, and as people get hungrier, it becomes more and more unpleasant, and the band implodes. I've seen this happen.
That's why the Beatles broke up.
Yeah, because Ringo wanted McDonald's.
Yeah.
And that's why Pete Best got kicked out too, because he wanted to go to Denny's.
Yeah, and that's why Keith Moon was murdered.
He was murdered?
Well, yeah.
This is a scoop.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Who's they?
The conspiracy theorists.
Okay, we don't give those people space on this show. Ugh.
He wanted to go to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I love Chick-fil-A.
How often do you guys get over to Cambodia to do the shows there?
Nima, you just came back like a week ago, right?
Yeah, I just came back from a week ago for my vacation after the release album. So I don't go for 2 years to see my family. So I just got back, and the last time with Dengue Fever, we in 2016, 15, probably 2015.
I don't remember.
It was a long time ago.
All I know is it was a lot of fun, and we've gone there like 6 times.
Yeah, 6 times, but the last
We
time
went there with Tom's shoes one time.
That was just me and Zach and Tim Mong.
And we were like giving away those shoes, like you'd be like, you buy one, you give one away.
Right.
They're like, but we're starving. You just give them a shoe.
We were giving away the shoes. No, it was we were giving away the shoes, and then like a half hour later, I saw like the kids just like leaving their shoes. They didn't even want the shoes. They were just going barefoot out in the mud in the streets.
You can say that now because the agreement with the shoe company has expired.
There was no agreement, and they
Okay.
actually didn't even. They're supposed to give us all like some swag, and they kind of they didn't for some of the band members. We got some.
Yeah, they got to go to Cambodia and get shoes. For us back home, nothing. But they're also doing cataract surgery.
Yeah. We went to like this wavy gravy when he had a bunch of money left over from the huge festival, whatever it was called.
Woodstock.
He had a bunch of money left over, and he started this like cataract surgery program to help people see again.
I would not let wavy gravy anywhere near my eyes.
Well, we got to go help out and help diagnose people, and then I got to go into the surgery.
You're diagnosing people.
I'm a doctor. And they'd like slice the eye, and they'd pull out the old cataratic lens and like slip in some new one, and a little bit of the juice. We were just wearing flip flops because it's really hot there, and a little bit of the juice like squirted out and landed on my toes, and it was like super hot that day, and I was ready to. I was just holding it together that day.
See, I would have warned you, don't get involved with wavy gravy, because he eats the cataracts when they come out. He's been doing that since the 60s, and he says that's why he's had such a long and successful career. But of course, some would say he hasn't. Which is more claustrophobic, a flight from LAX to Cambodia or this studio?
Oh, I think almost the same.
Almost the same.
LAX. Yeah.
Did we have any peanuts or complimentary drinks for everybody here in the studio, Matt? What, are you checking your emails? I'm trying to figure out if this is worse than being on a plane.
I'm communicating with the control room, so if anyone needs anything, they can certainly provide peanuts, Delta cookies.
No. What a little airplane booze, little booze bottles.
Yeah, the ponies. What are they called?
Yeah.
Pony bottle.
I do a very good sandwich.
Which other countries have you guys hit besides, of course, Cambodia and the United States?
Well, I wouldn't want to go there now, but we've been to Russia twice. We went to Moscow and played some festivals. We played in this one. We played this for a week. We had a week of shows lined up at this club, and this was like total, like oligarch money or something. Like the first night, like they're like, eat whatever you want, drink all drinks free, and then it was great, packed house. Next night, not as many people there. And they're like, okay, yeah, still, you can go ahead, order some dinner.
We're still ordering steaks at this point.
And then on the third, fourth night, they're like, no more.
Yeah, no more Japanese whiskey. yeah. Appetizers only.
But Nimal, what's your favorite place we've been to?
I think I love UK and Paris because the good food, Paris, but UK is most. That's what I've been dreaming when I was young. So I think I love UK.
We got to play some festivals in Norway. That was really,
God save the king.
that was beautiful, except very expensive. It's like we ordered a pizza and a thing of like Sprite, and that was like $175.
Sprite's pretty good, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It'll take a long time.
Brazil.
Brazil?
Yeah, Sao Paulo we played. That was amazing.
How much is the Sprite?
Sprite's pretty affordable in Brazil.
Yeah.
So when they ordered that pizza, I was at the festival seeing shows, and I came back late at night, and the house was quiet. And I opened up the fridge, and I saw like a couple slices of pizza left over, and I was like, yes. And I ate that, and the next morning, one of you guys was like, "Who ate those last 2 slices of pizza?" I didn't realize it was gold. I might have left it if.
We have pizzas. We have 300 hamburgers.
We love Pizza Hut so much. We love Pizza Hut so much.
Man, I did a show in Norway, in Oslo, and I got to town, and everybody said, "Oh, the Norwegians are the nicest people. You're going to love it. It's so nice there. Everybody's so friendly." And I left the hotel, went for a walk. I was 1 block from my hotel room. It was 0 degrees, and some guy just came up and punched me in the and I had to run, and I'm like, "What? This isn't what I was told.
What are you doing?
This isn't welcoming."
I don't think you understand Norwegian affection. That's what I think.
Oh, is that what it
Somebody
was?
just punched you? Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Out of nowhere?
Yeah, within half an hour of
What
being
were you wearing?
in Oslo.
Oh yes,
Were you
clearly
wearing
your
like a
fault.
boxing outfit or?
I was wearing a thing covered with swear words directed at the Norwegians.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was probably wearing a nice suit. A tuxedo, a winter tuxedo.
You guys, was it in Norway when all like the students all wear like the red sweatpants?
Yeah.
You ever see that tradition?
No.
It's called rum dinger or something. Pass that
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right before they do finals.
Rumspringer.
Yeah, right before finals they get to party.
And then not only do they party, but partying consists of like sleeping with as many people as you can, and then wearing a little stripe for each person you get. So
Wow.
it's, you know.
Well, I did go to a park there in Oslo that had all these sculptures of penises and things like this, and then they also had them in the airport.
Yeah,
So-
I know that. I've been to that,
That
park.
park,
I've been to
yeah.
that park.
We all went
They're
there.
kicking babies. You got sculpture where they're kicking a baby in that
Yeah,
park?
all unsavory sculptures, every one of them. But a nice place. I'd love to get back there. If you guys want to tour with me there,
Yeah, I would.
we'll bring
I would love to
security.
go back.
We were in Prague one time playing a show, and the tour guy was like, "I heard that some of you likes to smoke marijuana," and gave us this cup of like weed. And unfortunately, our biggest smoker wasn't with us on that tour, but some of us did smoke a little bit. And then we were hanging outside on this balcony, and Stephen's like, "You see the babies? You see the babies?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Smoke
weed."
It's like, "You see the babies, man? You see the babies?" And there's like this giant communications tower with like these huge babies crawling up the tower. And I finally like saw them.
It took a while.
Do you know the sculpture I'm talking about?
I don't know that. Are you sure it's a sculpture? You're sure you weren't?
I think it exists.
Hey, 2 of us saw it. That means it's real.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That's not how science works.
You smoke cigars?
Yeah, I don't see babies when I smoke cigars.
Well, why don't we take a call?
We've got some people lined up that want to speak. I had a question for Zach about this Dr. Sand business that we hear so much about. What is the deal? So, have you people recognize you on the street as Dr. Sand? What is the story with this?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I have just like a very common face.
Because you told me you were on a beach in the middle of nowhere in Hawaii. What happened there?
I was on the Big Island, and I was in a parking lot. I was the only car in the parking lot. It was like 6 a.m., and this person comes walking like from like a half mile away and like all the way up to me, and then they come up to me and they're like, "Dr. Sand, I love your work." And I was just like, "Thank you." And like, that was it, and then they walked away.
Why were you in a parking lot? Who were you waiting for?
I'm not able to disclose that.
Were you metal detecting?
I was metal detecting. Yes, it's my.
What happened to that gun you found? You showed me a gun that you found in the sand.
I found a loaded .357 Magnum down at Manhattan Beach.
What?
Yeah.
Manhattan
And-
Beach here, not
yes,
in Hawaii.
Manhattan Beach here. And I turned it in. I instantly got surrounded by kids, so I was like nervous.
Yeah.
And so I was like protecting them, make sure nobody grabbed the thing. And then I turned it over to the police, and they had an investigator look into it, and they said that person who owned that gun will never get it back.
Jenny got a gun.
Because they did other things wrong, so they don't get their gun back. And then I asked him, I'm like, well, what are you going to do with it? I'm like,
oh, you wanted it? You like, have it back, please?
He's like, I don't know. It'd be a mountain of paperwork if you want this back. And I'm like, okay, just melt it.
Do you know how to disengage it? I mean, is that part of metal detecting to know how to deal with dangerous firearms?
I mean, I don't really know. Gunpowder could be unstable when it's wet, you know? Like we were...
when it's dry.
My brother and I, we're brothers. We were clearing out a house this one time, and the guy was a reloader. He was into reloading his ammunition, you know?
A reloader?
Yeah, he's a reloader. He was like a gun enthusiast, and he was into packing his own bullets with like this thing that loads the cartridges with the right amount of gunpowder, and then you put the slug in there and tamp that in or whatever. Anyway, we kept finding like these milk cartons that were like filled with gunpowder, and then we're like, oh man, another one, and we kept putting them in like a milk crate, and then before you know it, we had like pounds and pounds of gunpowder that's like old and a little bit damp. So we had to call the bomb safety, and they were like very close to evacuating the whole block, and then but they took it away. They just kind of did it real fast.
So they know you at 911.
Exactly.
Have you ever been metal detecting and it starts beeping because there's gold, and you dig and dig, and indeed there was a precious gold ring, but it's on a hand, a disembodied hand that's buried in the sand. Has that happened?
It hasn't happened, but I found a lot of gold bridge work from people that I don't know if like the people like maybe their remains were dumped into the ocean or something. But you would think that their metal fillings and everything would just melt in one of those incinerator things, right?
Right.
Because like the precious metals, they melt. They tend to melt at lower temperatures. So I don't know. Maybe just they were body surfing and just like hit it wrong and it fell out of their mouth. Yeah, I found some grills before, a gold grill.
Jeez. And a lot of bottle caps.
Unfortunately.
You know, I'm the surf
What's the deepest you've ever dug and then ended up with a bottle cap? 100 feet?
Well, the machine only detects about like this deep, about, like 18 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes though, when you're in like wet sand, it's kind of like quicksand. You just keep digging and digging and digging, and it just keeps like refilling itself. So sometimes you just go, fuck this.
More like Dr. Sand. What's the most priceless thing you've found? Or the most, the biggest payout?
Bottle cap.
Besides that gun.
Okay. I found a flute.
That's cool.
I wasn't metal detecting though when I found. Does it still count?
Was
I
it?
found
Is
in
it
the road.
playable? Playable?
Totally playable.
Really?
It was this Haynes flute made in I don't know, Wisconsin or something, and it was from the 70s, and it had a gold head joint. So the head joint alone goes for $7,000, and the whole flute was like an $18,000 flute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found that one. I looked it up and I used the serial code on it, and I tracked down the guy who lost it, and he plays with his name's Ernie Fields Jr. And he plays with James Brown's old band with the Fred Willis.
Oh, cool. JB.
Fred West.
Yeah.
Fred
How,
Wesley.
how did you track the guy? How did you track down the owner?
Cool. Yeah.
What?
Where did you find it, and how did you track down the owner?
Serial.
It had a serial number on it, and I kind of like did. I love
You
the
just
flute.
Googled the serial number.
Yeah, and I just kind of looked it up, kept searching, And then I brought it back to him. And he said, "Oh man," he's like, "Thank God you didn't melt it."
Why was it in the? It wasn't in the sand though. You said where?
No,
was
that
it?
was in the road.
In the road.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Zach finds things. Zach finds things. Like I'd say at least every 2 weeks, he sends me no words, just a text of a $20 bill.
I found that $100 bill.
$100 bill, like all the time. He's just sending me pictures of money he finds on the street. But we wrote a song about that flute. It's called The Golden Flute.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, Golden Flute.
I don't know how to play it anymore.
Yeah.
but
Your mom might be able to sing it, but yeah.
But
it's an old one.
Ernie Fields, we became friends, and he gave me a couple flute lessons, and he bought me a flute, and he came to a few of our shows too. And he's in his 80s too.
And Zach plays flute now. He didn't before, but now he's a very good flute player.
Well, I don't know about very good.
But you learned it. You wouldn't have been playing flute now if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
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 So if you find a trombone, then that's your next
I
instrument.
might just leave that on the ground.
Do we have any callers or
Oh, yeah.
some of these wiseacres that seem to watch this show who may
lines
have
are
questions for all of you? Let's see what they have to say.
Let's go to the hotline. Usually they're a little spicier. 801, you're on the line. Troy, is that your name? Are you there?
Yeah. Dude, this is so cool. Am I on? I got a
You're
joke.
on.
And then,
Yeah, you're live
hey,
on the air,
I'm
Troy.
I'm a moron. I'm a moron. Hey,
You're on thin ice.
Neil Hamburger, how was Utah? Was it okay?
You're there. You tell me.
I'm a fucking bona fide moron.
Utah's great. It's wonderful.
I couldn't make it.
Oh, well then.
I couldn't make it because of the snow, and I felt so
Because
bad.
what? Because you were passed out in front of the TV watching Laverne and Shirley? I haven't been to Utah. I think it was the first time in 5 years. And what were you doing? You got to submit an excuse.
Oh my God.
What were you doing?
Well, I can't drive. I got a traumatic brain injury. It's not fun. It's embarrassing, but that's the life.
Well, we would have sent a car out for you if you'd written and told us that. We would have had a car and driver take you to the show because it was
Oh my
it was
gosh.
quite a night.
Well, what's going on over in Africa? These environmentalists. Did you hear about that?
No, we're following the Dave Grohl barbecue story very closely.
Wait,
not heard about what's
what are the
going.
environmentalists doing in Africa, sir?
Oh my gosh.
Was that the
I
setup
guess
for your
they're
joke,
getting real
Troy?
mad at gas cars.
Oh,
They're just getting mad at gas cars over there.
Alrighty then.
There it is.
All right, that's awkward. Wait, what about?
I'm going to give that a 4
And then
out
they
of
went
10.
up to get their money back, and then he gypped him. All right, never mind. Thank you.
No.
You're getting these jokes from
So
children's
bad.
joke books. Well,
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
yeah,
I'm
thank
too
you.
embarrassed for this.
Thanks, Troy.
You be good. We'll see you. All right, bye-bye.
Hey,
All right,
can
what-
ya hang up now?
Was that you, Vic? Was that you doing that?
I don't know. Which one?
Just the whole thing.
Oh, no, that wasn't me at all.
Oh,
No, I have no
Wait,
idea
what?
what that was. The
That was
voice and
Vic on the
everything?
phone,
I'm a
pretending to be
ventriloquist. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a ventriloquist.
I'm pretty good at it.
What else we got?
You want to
let's
talk
see
to
what else.
Joseph?
Yes.
Joseph, you got a fun shirt.
Good afternoon, all. Hello. I just have a question for Neil. I was wondering about poolside chats, and if you and Tim were thinking about doing it again, and if you were, will it still be at Tom Green's house?
Tom moved. There's no pool here. We'd have to, I guess we could film it at a Motel 6 maybe. But there's a lot of riffraff that hang around those places. I don't think we could really make it work. And the whole pool scene has changed over the last few years. They've changed some of the regulations about chlorine and things. And so now when you sit by the pool for that long, that you get you breathe the chlorine and you feel real sick. So a lot of our guests don't want to do it. We actually had President George Bush. The first George Bush was going to do poolside chats, and then he found out that it was by a pool, and he had an allergy to chlorine, so we missed our chance to get him on the show. So basically, it's off. It's done. But thanks for your interest.
All right. It's a pleasure to talk to you, Neil. Big fan.
Thank you. All right,
Maybe
let's
you
get
could
some
do,
other questions.
Suicide chats or some other kind of body of water.
We're chatting right now. Why do you call to ask why we can't chat in front of a pool when we're chatting right now, right here? Live
Maybe
in
they
the
could
moment.
throw up a pool on,
Live in the
the
moment.
screen back here.
Yeah, we can. Here.
Oh, yeah,
Wes,
there we go.
Can you pull this up?
Oh, look at this. Here we go.
There you go. All right. Welcome to Poolside Chats, asshole. All right, let's get some good questions.
Yeah, let's get we got another bone picker. Those are usually something to work with. Back to the hotline. Bone picker, Quentin, is that your name?
Yeah, this is Quentin.
You're live on the air, Quentin.
I just had a quick question. I have a bone to pick with Doug and Vic. I went to your drop concert at the Zebulon Cafe, and I was a little disappointed that I didn't get to hear the 1, 2, 3 caveman drop. So I wanted to ask the legendary Neil Hamburger, and I'll open it also to everybody, how they feel about playing the hits versus challenging the audience to listen to the new stuff.
Well, I don't know, but I know one thing, that if I went to see Paul McCartney and he didn't do Help, I wouldn't be calling him up and harassing him about it. I would be saying, that was a great show anyway. And if I did complain, I'd complain to my friends. I wouldn't complain directly to Paul, as you're doing to poor Doug and Vic, who, as far as I know, put on an excellent show. And if you want to hear that thing, listen to it at home and leave these guys alone.
One,
two, fair enough.
I wonder if Neil, have you ever seen the Neanderthal voice that he's referring to? The 1, 2, 3?
I don't know. I could have. I'd have to check my records.
Put it up on the big
check my
screen.
journal.
Kind of a fun vid.
I would love to see it here if it's
Yeah, look
possible.
at this.
Can we get that up?
Is Elliot around? There's Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot, our friend.
Let's try male human voice, count over 3.
1, 2, 3.
Just pitch up your voice.
1, 2, 3.
Let's just add a bit of nasal now.
1, 2, 3.
Now, the other thing that would be happening, which would actually increase that quality, is a very heavy skull that seems to pull down into the throat there. Now, speak.
1, 2, 3.
Now let's make a sound. Just let's make a huge R.
Are you happy now?
Yes, very much so. Thank you.
Couldn't you have just brought that up yourself and watched it on your phone after the show?
I guess I could have, but how do you feel about
numbers?
giving the audience the jokes that everyone knows and associates with you, Neil?
Human voice.
I don't know. Come to the show and find out. How about that? Are you happy with that answer, you lousy zipper lips? Or that's my life, asshole.
Thank you, Neil.
Unbelievable gall. All right, let's get some good questions.
Well, we're doing our best.
Don't you have a filter?
What? Not much. Dane Swording?
There we go. This is going to be good.
Swordling. Hey guys, good. Thanks for having me on.
What?
Sorry. Okay, can you hear me?
What?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It probably is a terrible question for Neil. And
did I just say I don't want terrible questions?
Well, you said earlier not to harp on things that happen at the merch booth, but I just wanted to call and maybe get closure on something that happened about 12 years ago at a show. And see if you. It's more of an apology to you.
Okay. Well, 1, apologize for this thing that happened, and then 2, apologize for calling in while we have dengue fever and rehashing past incidents at one of my merch booths. So you got 2 apologies to make.
Well, okay. Well, then I apologize to everyone already because wow, this is maybe a huge mistake, but it was at the Plaza Theater with Todd Barry and Brendan Walsh in like 2012, and I asked. I bought your record, which I love, but I asked Todd Barry to sign it, and you gave me the same look you're giving me now, and and so I just wanted to apologize on that because I go to sleep thinking about it about once a week.
Yeah, you should.
And I know you probably might as well, so I just wanted to clear that up with you.
Yeah, you don't ask the wrong people to sign the wrong record. That's just part of life. You just don't do that.
No, and I've learned that lesson, and I wanted you to know that maybe I have learned that.
All right. Well, come to the merch booth, buy 100 copies of my new record, and then just walk out the door with them without asking Todd Barry to sign them, and we'll be even.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. And yeah, I won't say a word about it either. I'll just hand you the money.
All right.
And walk away.
Thank you. You've turned it around, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I love all of you.
Oh, that is not very nice. Because this guy opened his heart to us with his heartfelt apology. Hey, Dengue Fever, what are some of the merch items that you have that are unique that people might be interested in? Of course, we know you have the records, but what else could people expect?
We have Cambodian chromas. They're like scarves, so you could hang a baby around your neck and carry.
Wow.
You could use like them for anything. Bundle up some produce.
With the band name on it?
There's a little embroidery, yeah. And then
you filter your pasta.
Yeah. You do that. You could cover your face when you're on an airplane so people can't see you and you could breathe still.
That's a nice item. Where are those made?
In Cambodia.
Phnom Penh.
Yeah.
How much would one of those set me back?
The regular price.
Very
reasonable. Just tell the truth.
We'll give you one.
It's free for him.
Well, no, I want to support the scene of making those things. So how much?
Oh, look, there they are, right there.
The price right there.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at that.
$15. That's not a bad
that's
price.
a steal.
That's really
I'll
a
buy a
good
couple
price.
of those.
Can we get those behind us too? Like on the screen?
I've seen stickers that cost more than that at people.
Oh, look at that.
I don't think we've updated our prices
Isn't that
since
cool?
2017.
Yeah, really.
Bump it up to 16.
I'd pay 20, 25.
I like this color.
Those are so nice.
Yes.
What else you got?
Scroll through. More colors.
Oh, more colors.
Look at that.
We got buttons, stickers.
Well, here's
tote
the whole
bags,
catalog.
Records. Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
Oh yeah, import albums.
Oh yeah,
Vinyl. Oh, slip mats. You see that?
Nice.
You see that?
Oh, and there's
yeah.
a tour date. Where's the tour? Where are you guys playing? What is this?
What's it? We got Arkansas coming up next, right?
Lowell, Massachusetts?
That's the end of April. But I think first April 5th we're playing at a Eclipse Festival in Arkansas, where during the festival the totality, the complete solar eclipse is going to happen. And then
They're guaranteeing that?
Are you going to stop playing?
I think so.
Are you going to stop playing when it gets dark? Or will you just
we're gonna
continue?
be home in our cozy beds by the time that hits. We're playing a few days before the totality, so we're gonna miss that. But we probably would have a moment without music if we were on stage when it happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who's going to play during the totality?
I mean, yeah. How would you play? How would you score the totality?
I saw the totality in
Reilly could play totality
I would
music.
probably play Back in Black.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Total eclipse of my
There you
heart.
go. There you go.
Yeah. Blue Moon.
Yeah, Blue Moon. There you go.
You know I saw this in the news. They've got an antidote to dengue fever now. It's the Foo Fighters. If you don't like this, That's my okay. What else do we have? Do we have any callers that actually
have
a
to say.
brain in their head?
Well, we'll find out.
Does this happen when it's Tim and you guys, where it's just one weirdo after another? Because every time I'm here, it's just
Sparkle Forest. Can you
I thought that last
can you
guy
charm
was-
Neil?
He wasn't such a weirdo. He was
Yeah,
apologizing.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. That guy he redeemed himself.
Yeah, he was fine.
I liked him, but he's going to buy 100 of my records, so we'll see.
Sparkle Forest, are you there?
He's back.
Give us a check one.
Check.
There you
One.
go.
Okay, Dengue Fever. Huge fan. Amazing today. I love listening to your KXP session when I work. And I live in Seattle, so.
Oh, cool.
Yay! Also, hi Doug, Vic, Neil, Matt. Low key flex. I found this, Neil. At in Seattle recently. So it's a huge
What did that
sport for me.
set you back?
This is like a
25
low-key
cents,
flex.
50 cents?
It was $14.99.
This is like a
actually.
low-key flex.
And Neil, I just wanted to know, what were you like as a young boy?
Exactly the same. Since age 2.
In a tux? Always
Since
in a tux?
age 2.
Bored
I
with a
don't
bow
know.
tie?
I don't know. I guess I was crapping in my nappies, as they say in Australia, because the children don't have this sort of sense of humor at age 2. That takes
Well, I'm
time to
asking
develop.
a young boy, like, 7 to 10 years old. Like, not, I didn't ask as a baby.
Well, I was a 3rd grader, then a 4th grader. I got dirt in my
I bet
hair
I know
from
what. I
playing
bet
on the
I know what he
playground.
was like.
Here we
Yes,
go.
Doug, let us know.
He's probably a snot-nosed brat.
Those were good songs.
Thank you.
Yeah, the doctor approved. He was clapping.
And
That's
you know,
huge.
there's a song by the Beach Boys called Problem Child, similar to Snot Nosed Brat, but it's not as good. And those guys came out and said, this is the worst thing we ever did, was Problem Child.
Well, they also did that song called Tomboy. And
Hey, Little Tom.
They like it. They hate. They think it's worse than Tomboy, huh?
Yeah, Problem Child.
Was it Problem Child 1 or 2, the movie? It was for the first one, probably.
I didn't see the movie. I didn't catch that
It was
one.
for the movie, for real?
I think it was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
How come we're not hearing it?
John
Isn't that a
Ritter,
movie
fan? Redhead Kid.
I'm looking for it. Problem Child, Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get another. Thank you. How are things up in Seattle? Is it still raining?
I have a heat blanket behind me right here. Yeah, it's gray. It's wet, baby.
Nobody has the movie I want.
That's my weather report.
How's the
Thanks.
grunge scene up there these days?
Have you guys heard of So Pitted?
So
The band?
pitted? So pitted?
So Pitted.
I've heard of
yeah.
Weather Report, though. They were terrible.
They're a great grunge band. They're releasing
Shots
their
fired.
album. They were on Sub Pop. Chase in the chat's a huge fan. Some of my really good friends. Yeah, they're grungy. They rock. I think you guys would dig it.
Why would you think that? Why would you think I would like something like that? Because I wouldn't.
I don't know. There's something
grungy
special
rock?
about them.
No.
They put on a good show. Like they're doing the Worm. They've got like they're shredding their guitars with like light beams and neon light. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's a good time.
So good showmanship, if not
Good
good
showmanship.
music.
Great music, in my opinion.
Well,
if
that
you have a
remains
lot
to
of
be
ink-
seen. I
We
think
need to
Doug's
stand
got
for our
Doug's
ink.
song about the getting crabs at Vaughn's. That's great music.
Yeah, yeah.
These
I'm not
guys,
comparing,
not so
you know?
much.
All right. Thanks, Sparkle Forest.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Sparkle Forest.
I think we probably have time for one more call, and then we got to wrap it up pretty much. You want to take one more?
Sure.
Shaker Baker? That's your new nickname, huh? This is an old pal of ours.
Can you guys play Happy Birthday? Do you know
What's
it?
going on, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
I'd like to hear these guys instead of a call. Let's just hear these guys do happy birthday.
We got the caller. Let's take.
How about
we
a call
take the
then?
caller
Then,
first, and birthday.
Can we call in a tune?
Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
No.
All right, what's going on? So I got a pitch for you, Neil, for the next season of touring, and you can bring the whole gang. It's something that everybody get included in.
Oh, thank you.
Are you interested in hearing it?
I mean, is it viable?
Yes.
And you're financing this?
I can back it.
Okay. I'd love to hear your pitch.
I got all the big guap for it. Okay. So it could be all cheesy material, and it could be the cheesy tour with a very Gouda hamburger. With Neil Hamburger. You can bring DJ Doug Quarter Pound. You know, he could do some of those great puns. You know, you got Vic Berger.
I don't have to change my name. I can just keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vic Berger right there.
You think this would add to attendance?
Oh yeah, for sure. If you want Tim in there, you
That's
get.
kind of interesting. We are kind of burger related. I mean, your last name and his last name and
Tim Triple Decker.
You know.
Yeah.
Tim. Mm-hmm. High double decker.
Here we go.
High stack.
Well, we'll try it. We'll try it.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I guess we could talk to Kraft and see if they would get involved. Maybe attaching
Big
their
sponsors.
name.
Yeah. Big sponsors.
We'll try it.
Oh, speaking of devil, is that Tim on the line?
I like
we
veggie
knew we
burgers.
couldn't resist.
Burgers.
Is that our Tim?
I like burgers.
Hey guys.
Hey.
We knew he couldn't
Oh
stay
wow!
away.
Look at the weather up in Toronto.
Wow.
Are you in Toronto or are you in somewhere else?
He's in Fiji.
Oh.
I was. Yeah, I wanted to correct some information earlier. Not in Fiji. As people know that watch the show, definitely in Toronto. I wanted to get everyone's feedback, point of view on. I'm supposed to be flying out of town this evening, and look at what we're looking at here. I mean, this has been falling for about 2 hours now. What do we think?
Probably use a snowmobile.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good.
Are you flying out of the little city airport down there or at the main Toronto airport?
The big boy.
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to have an 8-hour delay, but I do think you'll get out
great.
of there. But
I mean,
unfortunately,
these
they won't
guys-
tell you till you get there.
These Canadians know how to fly in snow, though, right? It's not that big a deal. I mean, they got to be used to this. This has got to be half the year they're dealing with this.
Well, you've heard the phrase snowflake, talking about people that can't handle little things, but definitely a plane, when you think how big a plane is and the power and the brute force that it takes to get it up in the air, a few snowflakes aren't going to slow it down.
The Canadian planes have those big snow shovels in the front too, like the.
And the de-icing, they spray
In
that
front of the
de-icing fluid on the wings.
They got skis and they got the big snow plow in front. I think you're gonna be good.
And they have moose horns too.
Well, now there's
And the
two issues now. There's two issues, isn't there? There's the plane, and then there's the car that gets me to the plane. So now we got to look at those streets. They're not plowed. You see plowing?
Ooh.
No.
Neil, is your schedule open?
No, that doesn't look good. I would not be happy. Are flights being canceled? Can you go to flightaware.com, and at flightaware.com you can find out about delays at that airport.
Well, so let me get your take on this, because I did go to flightaware.com. My flight is currently 45 minutes delayed, but there's another general announcement on the site that states inbound flights are generally running 2 hours behind. So don't you think that's eventually going to impact my 45-minute delay?
Well, on FlightAware, if you go to your flight, you click the button that says Track Inbound Plane, and then you'll see where you're actually.
You know what? I did that. You're right. That says currently on time.
All right, well, that's a good sign.
It's coming from Tokyo and leaving for Fiji and I mean not Fiji. Hang on, Chicago. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, I hope they're not making you check out, because if you have to check out of your hotel, and then you're going to be out in the snow.
I got a late checkout planned here, so we're fine in that department. But let me just say, first of all, congratulations on Dr. Demento. That was exciting. I thought he was terrific. Vic, you've got lots of lip licks to work with.
I do. There's...
You wouldn't do that to the
not
doctor.
to the doctor, D.
No. But almost more, you know who stole the show is Dengue Fever. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I want to give, I never do this, but shout out to the great Luke Burba back in the control room.
Yeah.
It sounded like you guys were in Abbey Road.
I thought so too. It was
is
so
the best.
clear.
Luke is the best.
It was good
Right.
sound. That could be a 45 RPM single live at office hours.
Let Luke say something. He never gets to say anything on the air.
I was just going to say thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome. Well, you don't have to thank me. It's just a fact. It's no gift. It's a fact.
I appreciate it.
I love Batman.
Matt, this is behind the paywall. I'm thinking maybe we could give out my flight number. That way folks at home can go ahead and track it while they're at home.
That's up to you. That's up to you, boss. But we are tracking all the flights.
I'll
We've got
track
up
it.
on the
If I would
screen
like that information, can you text it to me if nothing else? Because
I mean,
I'm
how much
worried.
an invasion of privacy? Well, I'm just thinking out loud. What kind of invasion of privacy would it be to provide my flight number?
Well,
I mean,
Taylor
not-
Swift has got a lawsuit going right now against somebody who's putting her flight numbers out.
That's
She's
interesting.
Well,
no, I'm
I don't
serious.
know. Yes, but how are they getting that information? If she's not providing it, then somebody's accessing private information. But if I'm willing to provide the information, what could people possibly do with that?
They might
Like,
meet
let's say
you
my-
when you land. That you might find the autograph seekers are waiting.
Bring you
With it, they
gifts.
print out pictures of you and they want you to sign them, and they know where to find you now. So that's
Well, that doesn't seem like the end of the world.
Now, here's the thing.
no, it's
It's an invitation. It sounds like he's inviting people to harass him.
Yeah. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to announce the flight number.
Wow.
Does everybody want to get their pens out?
drum roll or
button ready.
Space, the thing where they knock the
I get a real drum roll from a fucking drummer in the room. How about that?
Oh my God.
A C 800.
5, 4, 2. It's not about number ones or number twos or number threes. 16.
You know what's going to happen?
Thricks.
You know what's going to happen when I get to Dublin? It's going to be like the Beatles arriving at JFK.
what's the weather like there? Because that could be even a bigger mess.
It looked pretty nice. 50s.
Okay.
50s, maybe a little rainy.
Woke up.
All right. All the best, everybody. Thank you.
Well, good luck. I'm
for
sorry
holding
to
on the
hear
fort,
this
Neil.
predicament and.
Well, you know what well, it's a little stressful for the I'm going to Dublin to do this other show, and I'm sure they're stressed out because there's not a big turnaround between when I land and when I do my thing. But in these situations, I kind of put myself in the hands of the universe. There's nothing I could really do about it, right? I can't control the weather. I can't turn this shit on or off.
No.
So I'm just gonna roll. You just gotta roll with it, folks.
That's a good attitude, and definitely the kind of attitude you can have while you're still in your hotel room, warm and relaxed. But when you get to the airport and they say, "Oh, it's another hour, it's another hour, it's another hour, it's another hour," we'll see how that Zen attitude holds up.
Yes. Well, you guys can all play along at home and watch my misery from the comfort of your fireplaces.
I will be.
Tim, what did
All
they,
right.
Why did I have a riddle for you?
Go ahead. That's what I need.
When they were in the studio, the lead singer of ELO, he got he lost his voice. What did they have to do the following week, Vic? They had to dub Lynn.
Oh man. Oh yes.
All right, thank you.
That's gold. I want to hear these guys do Happy Birthday because they agreed to do it.
Play us out. That'd be great.
And if somebody out there is having a birthday.
Yes, Tim.
I have one question before that for you, if you don't mind. Can Aer Lingus handle the snow when we're there taking them?
Huh? Did you say cunnilingus?
Can I said can Aer Lingus handle the snow? Not, can Aer Lingus handle the snow?
Then the 69 Humpty nose will tickle your rib.
Salty humor.
I don't.
Aer Lingus
getting edgy.
Aer Lingus is the Irish. Neil Hamburger knows this.
Yeah,
Aer Lingus.
I just flew Aer Lingus. Great airline. You're going to enjoy the food.
We like dick, yes.
All right. All the best.
Thanks, boss.
Good luck.
See you, T.
Good luck.
Have a good trip to Dublin.
All right.
So if we could do Happy Birthday and just when you get to the name of the person, just leave it blank, and that way they can dub in their own name later.
Yeah, let's just sing it. Here we go.
Okay, you know how to play? Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's a Happy Birthday challenge.
You started them all. You started
Okay.
them all.
Maliki, I'm playing C.
Let's get them all started.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
to
Wait, try that
you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
We never sing that song that much.
All right, thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next week. I guess I won't.
Thank you.
Mummy. What I will say is if you look at almost all the major terrorist incidents of the past 10 years, you will find that perpetrators bring long-term marijuana users.
Mom, I want a vape.
Thank you for listening. I write just for you, but others hearing this may find things they would argue. I do not sing what I believe. I only give them fact. If they believe quite otherwise, it still will have impact. For truth is truth, and if they then decide to live with lies, that's their concern, not mine.